Hello, welcome to the 13th episode of the Aussie Footy Show. Extra SANFL. Let's get it underway. This episode will be sharing the final round for the 2025 SANFL season for the Host Plus, as well as sharing the SANFL Men's League of Host Plus for the results for round 13 and into preview, whereas round 14. Well, we do have the top four on our hands. We also will include the SANFLW overall ladder. So the teams will just miss out and comfortable in that, even that top two, even that third spot. So for let's get it underway. We've got 4 games. That's for the SANFL. There's 8 teams. So game 1 was South Adelaide Panthers. They will take it on Woodville West Torrens. Now, well done to Woodville West Torrens claiming the win over South Adelaide. And the final score, 8-point victory, went to Woodville West Torrens on the road down at no longer at Megan Stadium. It was the final score, which I'm now going to share. 7-3-45, 5-7-37. So 8 points. I think this is going to be the grand final rematch, and I think these two teams are the best. You know, Woodville West Torrens Eagles were the team on top 98% of the season, and then the one round that South Adelaide took over. So South Adelaide needed to win this game at home. So anyway, let's move on to the next game. And Central District, North Redlegs. Now both teams won them. Took the win with Central District. Well done over North Redlegs. A nice win, a comfortable win, and 25-point win. The score was 10-11-71, defeated sets 7-4-46. Look, I think that Nord knows this was not after making the grand final, then not playing finals. It happens. And, the team like South Adelaide are the team to look out for. Woodville West Torrens, North Adelaide Rockets, and Sturt. And what order that will be very soon, we'll share that in the ladder. But Centrals have a chance to play finals, and they have to face this next game we will share right in a minute. But this was everything for Centrals to play finals for the women's team, and I think they earned this round. And heads up Nord, and it is what it is. But yeah, but game 3 will do come. And North Adelaide, Sturt Double Blues. Well done, Sturt Double Blues. That is it, claiming the win over North Adelaide. Final score 6-7-40 for a 1-8, and they're 35-point victory. So knowing that Sturt on the road, North did this so well, and Sturt did it the game. They came after that disappointing loss against North Sturt. They came and knew what they need to do, and they did it so well. So claiming the spot in the finals. Where did they finish? We'll share very soon, but well done. And we come to the final game. Both teams not playing finals, and this was a really good finish to West Adelaide. They take on Glenelg. Well done to West Adelaide, taking over the win over Glenelg Tigers. Final score 4-9, 33, 2-3, 15. So 8-point victory at home. It's a really important one for West Adelaide to see how they finish overall. We'll share that really, really soon. And really, from the 7th to the 16th was pretty much have chances if they have opportunities to play finals, but it happens, and it's the moment we've been waiting for. Now we are going to come over all the ladder for the SANFLW, and let's get straight into it. So from 8th place was 3 wins, 11 losses, with 6 points overall. Glenelg Tigers, great efforts, 3 wins, to see what they can do in the off-season. And hoping there bring some really good talent coming in to next season. We come to 7th place, and this is a mother team, like I mentioned several times, North Redlegs, and they do come in the spot and a disappointing season, but knowing that they'll come, there was no draws actually for the season for the girls, so that's a really good effort. But 4 wins, 10 losses. Over from 8 points. It was really, really, really close of North playing finals, and teams that they really did got challenged, but a really big win was against Sturt, and showing that halfway through the season, they had everything to play for. But good effort, Nord, and we'll see you next season. With 6th place, we have West Adelaide. 5 wins, 9 losses was 10 points. So the finish of the season on a strong note that just missing out the finals, and it was really fourth place was the knockout team was to play finals, and it tells me that anyone can play finals from this spot. And it was come to a Nets team in fifth place, Central District, 6 wins, 8 losses, was 12 points. And once again, like teams like really want to play finals, want to win that premiership, and that's what you're there. So, well, bad luck on the teams. We just announced this is the overall, and see you all next season. And we do come to the top 4 now. Who is third, fourth, and third? Well, I've said this several times, and I'm saying it right now. Sturt comes in fourth place, and it comes nasty. 7 wins, 7 losses. And over with 14 points. A really good effort. Congratulations making the finals. Go well. Hopefully to take a premiership. Third place, 7 wins, 7 losses. Same result with 14 points. North Adelaide Roosters. So really overall, Centrals had everything to play for that either of third or fourth, but it would all go down to percentage, and Central needed to win the last couple of games, and fortune just went too short and by points and percentage. And we do come to the top 2, and I got to say right now, with 24 points, who comes second? And that is South Adelaide. After being top for 1 round, 12 wins, 2 losses. That is incredible. And we would like to congratulate Woodville West Torrens Eagles. The same amount of points as mentioned, 24 points, 12 wins, 2 losses. I tell you right now, 10 points apart. That's huge. And 16 game series, it's just amazing. Everyone plays everyone 2-3 times, and a really good effort to knowing that next time. That's it. On the Aussie Footy Show extra SANFL, we'll have all the final series for the SANFLW. And boy, the top 4. This is going to be a really interesting series, and where they're going to play, and it's going to be a good series, and best of luck for both teams. And it's time to head to the SANFL Men's competition for the league, and round 13 for results, and we 6 games remaining to the finals. And boy, we're facing that. We know who's going to finish top, clear top. And even on saying this too early, I know who is the premiership favourites, and hopefully they can continue on that. And we got 5 games to share right now. We start with game 1, West Adelaide versus Glenelg Tigers. Well done to Glenelg Tigers, taking the win over West Adelaide. Final score 15-14, 104, 8-6, 54. So good effort, West Adelaide. Knowing this is not been your year, but Glenelg made the win, taking into want to finish in that top 3. Second chance is always a bonus, but being that bottom 4th, 5th place, you can go back to back. So anything can happen in finals. So well done to Glenelg with the win. Sturt Blues, well, they take on North Adelaide down at Thomas Farms Oval, and I've got to say, really got to say, absolute another strong win. And they're one of the best teams for high scoring, and 25-13, 163, 76-48 over for Sturt over North Adelaide. And North Adelaide looking a bit struggling a little bit, knowing that only challenge Sturt really faced was Norwood on Keen's birthday, and that's wet, sunny, shiny, you name it. Lol. But really, Sturt's taking some really got great talent, and I hope they'll get a lot of them in the draft in the mid-season. And this will be big for, and knowing that hopefully Sturt will really are the best team. And I've got a little bit of history to share, and I might share that at the end of these results. And before we get to the previews, we'll share that. But we do get to the next game. South Adelaide, Central District. Well done, Central District. Bulldogs taking another win, and they defeated South Adelaide Pandas down at Megan Stadium. Final score was 14-993 to 9-11-65. Good effort, South Adelaide. Keep trying from that win against Port Adelaide. Map highs over over Central. So it was a challenge, but keep playing well, and know you'll bounce back next week. Game 4, Woodville West Torrens Eagles. Adelaide Crows was there at the Adelaide Oval. I went to this game. Adelaide Crows just absolutely dominated from the very first bound, and I watched the second half, and I've got to say, amazing performance by Adelaide Crows Reserve. Really did not let that Woodville West Torrens Eagles in that game much. And the final score was 22-17, 149 to 7, 49. So heads up, Woodville West Giants a little bit better on the result, but not enough to get the absolute bell by 100 points. But we do come to the final game. Down at Port Adelaide, Magpies versus North Redlegs, a good rival. Always, hopefully, accuracy. North claiming another win against Port Adelaide and knowing that final score 15-3, 93, 12-4, 76. And it was a big win after that loss against Glenelg, against the Pioneers at grand final rematch on the road. And it wasn't going to be an easy trip to Port Adelaide losing by 7 points and North losing by 16. Who is going to show up on the day? Great accuracy from both team and beautiful day of football, and Northern playing a nice win there. So before we end this episode today, we are going to head into the previews. And before we get to the previews of this episode, first time since between 1910 and 1914, Port Adelaide Magpies, that's it, have played undefeated at this point. Can Sturt claim breaking records? And Sturt had breaking a record own over 110 years ago. So congratulations to Sturt claiming a breaking record in this great game for the SANFL SANFL South Australian National Football League. So not being very silly, I forgot to put my note down. So we are now going to get into results, into our reviews. So games are really hard to come by, and North getting a big win. Well, both Glenelg and Adelaide taking wins. Well, it was both Woodville and West Adelaide claiming losses, with Sturt taking a nice win with Port getting defeated, and both North Adelaide and South Adelaide getting defeated as well. So it's a really hard games to pick. But before all games are playing on one day, on the 12th of July. It's a very special birthday here on your host BJ, and I'm really looking forward to this game. And we'll share the first game will be last. So the Central District and North Adelaide. I'm claiming that to be last. But we go to the second game, which is Glenelg versus Adelaide Crows. Glenelg and Adelaide Crows will take the win. This will be interesting. The last time these two played, and boy, I watched this game, Adelaide holding on another win. So it doesn't matter if it's wrong, but I would love to see the Adelaide Crows will deserve to take that nice win. Now, both teams getting defeated. And I think I'm going to stay with Woodville West Torrens over West Adelaide Bloods. Port Adelaide Magpies are hosting Sturt. Port Adelaide Magpies hosting Sturt Dale Blues. Now, this is going to be really interesting, but playing to be a victory, and I'm going to hit save Sturt Double Blues to claim another win. We have North Adelaide and South Adelaide go down at North Adelaide, and it's going to be interesting. It's quite hard. Both teams not playing their best football, but North Adelaide are better at home, and they claim the win for me. So there you have it. Back for weekly today's show, guys, on the 13th episode of the Aussie Footy Show at SANFL. Central and Northern now have not yet to decide who to choose. And I'm going to clearly go for Northern Legs. Hope to take them, get them and win, and hopefully to take the win from that loss at home early in the season. There you have it. All teams have done. We had the LA Crows over reserves over Glenelg Tigers, Woodville West Torrens Eagles over West Adelaide. That's back at Woodville Oval. Down at Arlington Oval with Port Adelaide Magpies host the Sturt Blue. The Sturt taking my tip, and North Adelaide, South Adelaide down at North Adelaide, and that will be placed by North Adelaide Roosters. And the final game, Central District, North Redlegs with my game to choose that. So that is all we have for today's episode. Stay tuned for more episodes, such as the Aussie Footy Show Part 1 and Part 2, the Strange Sport Edition show, as maybe 1 or 2 bonus episodes. So stay tuned for that. And next week, here on the BJ Show podcast, we'll have also the latest of the international agenda, hosted by Aidan Berry, and as well, the Aussie Footy Show. Well, we'll just see which part it's 1 or 2 by co-host by Aidan Berry. All right. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you all so soon. The BJ Show is out and I'm feeling super well. So thank you so much for your support. That's all for now. The BJ Show is out. Bye for now.